Hey everybody, and welcome to Multiverse Hijinks. It's Dwayne here. I thought I'd start off this series by telling you a little bit about myself and a little bit about my background in role-playing games, and specifically Super's role-playing games in particular. Now, I grew up in the 80s and I'm 50 years old, and I'm still loving role-playing games, video games, and everything about the hobby. But my passion for role-playing games started with a little game you might have heard of called Dungeons and Dragons. It wasn't too long after that when I was introduced to the Marvel superhero role-playing game from then TSR. That game, combined with Dungeons & Dragons, pretty much propelled my love of role-playing games well into my adult years. Now, specifically, the Marvel superhero role-playing game was something that was very near and dear to my heart. It was around that time that I was fully embraced with comic books and all sorts of media surrounding Marvel superheroes. So it was natural for me to just love the Marvel superheroes role-playing game. Now, I did struggle a little bit with that game in the 80s and trying to understand how they were presenting it as a counterpart to Dungeons & Dragons. It wasn't exactly a one-to-one version of D&D, and there was a lot of minutia and a lot of details that I didn't really see as a younger gamer. Well, lo and behold, here I am at 50 years old, and I'm about to embark on a new journey with a new Marvel superhero role-playing game. That is the Marvel Multiverse RPG. So before we dive in, I just want to let you know that this series of videos is going to tackle some of the basics of the game, something that you've probably seen on YouTube videos across the internet already, but you haven't seen it done by me. So hopefully my unique perspective on how to play this game and some of the rules and the way that I interpret them is going to get you to subscribe and follow me along on my journey. Thanks for tuning in, and let's get started. Now, one of the cool things about the Marvel Multiverse RPG is that the power levels of your characters are pre-established right from the beginning when they start character creation. Unlike Dungeons & Dragons and other traditional role-playing games, you, along with the player, actually come to an agreement on how powerful of a character you want to play. It's not a traditional leveling up process in the sense where you start off with a low-powered character and gain experience points and eventually ascend to that higher level character. You and your dungeon master, or narrator in this case, actually get to predetermine what power level you are, what rank you are. Now this determines what kind of villains you're going to face, what kind of stories you're going to be involved in, and sort of the overall scale of the story that you're going to be participating in. I think it's a really cool mechanic. Let's look at how it breaks down and what are the choices that you have as a player. Okay, so you've gotten bitten by a radioactive spider, or basically just decided to pick up a baseball bat and go full vigilante. Either way, you're just starting your crime-fighting career, and it's all but up from here. Now, rookie players are rank 1 in the Marvel Multiverse RPG, and they get 5 points to distribute between their core ability scores. The type of genre that you're going to be playing in with your narrator with this level of hero is basically going to be street-level crime. You might even just be taking on basic bank robbers, criminals off the street, that kind of stuff, with maybe a little bit of a creep there when it comes to the mob boss or the higher level villain that you're going to be fighting. But you're definitely not sort of graduating to that high level that Spider-Man, Daredevil, or Power Man and Iron Fist are going to be dealing with. It's an exciting power level of area to play in, and rank 1 characters can actually have good stories. In my current campaign, I'm actually running some rank 1 rookie characters who are SHIELD agents who are embroiled in all sorts of chemical mayhem that's going to result in them getting some powers and graduating to level 2. Now, this is sort of a plot device and something that I've built in. Really, they're starting as level 2, rank 2 characters, but we wanted to build in an origin story, so we're having the origin story take place at the rookie level just to give them some backstory and flavor. Okay, so you've got your powers and you've been crime fighting for a while now. A protector character is a rank 2 character. Rank 2 characters are fully embroiled into street level vigilante, super heroic, the kind of stuff that Spider-Man, Daredevil deal with on an ongoing daily basis. While not rising to the levels of world threatening or even country threatening, they do have some really deep plot lines that sort of sow through the seeds of the city that they're in. One of the benefits of being a rank 2 character is you have double the amount of points that you can put into your core abilities. That means you're going to be faster, stronger, a lot more wiser and vigilant than a rookie character. Examples of these characters are Spider-Man, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, these type of street-level gritty characters. Okay, here's where the fun begins. Champions are a rank 3 character, and they have 15 points to distribute between all their ability scores. Now, examples of champions are characters like Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, or any of the X-Men taken individually, not as a team. These characters are beyond the streets and moving towards more global threats and maybe more world-threatening events, but not necessarily on that scope and scale of power. Sort of events that will happen in different places of the world that will take them out of their core environment like the city. These characters are nearly on the cusp of joining adventuring teams or might even be reserve members of particularly important teams like the Avengers or the X-Men themselves.
When Captain America throws his mighty shield, all those who chose to oppose his shield must yield. It is led to a fight and a duel is due, and the red and the white and the blue will come through when Captain America throws his mighty shield.
Now, when you're a legend, everyone knows your name. Captain America, Iron Man. These are the characters that just by merely mentioning their name, they inspire goodness and they inspire the best in all of us. Now, taking individually, they are champions, but when you combine them with their teams that they inevitably lead or are part of, they are just the Earth's mightiest. Now, champions get 20 points to contribute to their core attributes in the game. Starting as a champion level means that you're actually going to be fighting some pretty heavy-duty hitters when it comes to Marvel villains and plot lines. Now, while not universe-shattering, these events that you're going to be tackling could be world catastrophic events. Villains like the Red Skull are major villains and major opponents of champion characters. Just like that, your mythic characters arrive on the scene. In the Marvel Multiverse RPG, mythic characters get 25 points to allocate to their core abilities. Now, mythic characters are characters like Thor, Hercules, Valkyrie, basically gods of the Marvel Universe. Now, they may be a part of a team, and they may add their extra powers to that team's clout, but taken individually, these characters can deal with massive, monumental, earth-spanning threats on their own. The comics that these guys feature in often take them off-planet or to different realms, different areas that transcend just your normal villains on the street or Hydra or corporate goons, that type of stuff. Keep in mind that mythic characters also have mythic villains, so narrators who choose to play Marvel Multiverse RPG in this power level are going to have to up their game when it comes to threats. Thugs with guns, not going to cut it. You're talking about some really nasty villains with powers equal to the heroes, and in some cases, they may even get the upper hand on the heroes. If you like adding a little Star Wars to your Marvel Multiverse RPG, that's where the cosmic characters come in. Cosmic characters get 30 points to allocate to their core attributes. Now, cosmic characters are beings like Silver Surfer, Captain Marvel, heck, even Guardians of the Galaxy. If you want to have that sort of spacefaring, jumping from planet to planet and dealing with cosmic level threats, then this is the rank for you. Now, it's worth mentioning that you need to work with your narrator very closely because cosmic level threats can be an altogether different genre. It can almost at times feel like you're not even really playing the Marvel Multiverse RPG. All the iconic stuff that we're used to seeing in comics like Spider-Man, Captain America, the Avengers, very rarely deal with the cosmic level stuff. There's a whole new cast of villains and encounters that players can deal with when they're dealing with a cosmic level campaign. Now, it can be very challenging for a narrator to bring cosmic characters and mix them in with lower rank characters. It's an exciting rank to play within, but definitely requires a little bit of thought and how your campaign is going to flow. I hope you guys have all enjoyed my first episode of the Multiverse Hijinks. Now, if you haven't checked out my other channels, I do have a Dungeons & Dragons channel, and I am starting a new Xbox-oriented channel as well for gamers out there who like video games. Make sure you check out either and see if it's your cup of tea. But in the meantime, keep focusing on a Marvel Hijinks. I'm going to plow a path through the game and probably cover a lot of topics that have already been covered in different articles and different videos on the internet. But like I said, my view and my perspective on it might be a little bit different, and hopefully that's enough to get you to tune into my videos. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you soon.